New at 4:30, two Milwaukee men in court today to learn how long they'll spend in prison for their role in an armed robbery ring that targeted United States postal workers.
Those men are accused of trying to steal what are called arrow keys that would grant them access to mail drop boxes. CBS 58's Adam Reif is live outside of the Milwaukee County Courthouse with the latest on this case. Adam?
Well, Amanda, Bill, good afternoon. One of those men was just sentenced to 7 years in prison for his role in those two armed robberies. Those robberies were the latest of several incidents last year that had postal workers rallying for better protections while on the job. Christian Gustavo Lara Maldonado turned 22 years old Monday. In court, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison for two felony armed robbery counts. Lara Maldonado is one of four men who committed the robberies November 6th of 2023. At 10:22 in the morning, three armed men approached a postal worker on their route near 12th and Holt. They racked their guns and said, "Give me everything you got." They took the mail carrier's phone, mail bag, package scanner, and the key to their vehicle. They then fled the scene. Less than an hour later, near 48th and Euclid, three of them held another mail carrier at gunpoint inside his USPS van. One pointed a gun at the postal worker's head and said, "Give up the arrow key." They took a set of arrow keys from his carrier bag and fled the area. They sold a stolen arrow key for $500 and split the money. No cameras were allowed in court Monday, where the judge called the robberies of public servants pathetic and an incredible disappointment. At the time, the case was one of several acts of violence against mail carriers. The Milwaukee branch of the National Association of Letter Carriers called for more safety measures for its members, including getting rid of the arrow keys to make them less attractive as a target for robbery. In Washington, a bipartisan bill called the Protect Our Letter Carriers Act is in a congressional House committee. It would equate penalties for assaulting a postal employee with penalties for assaulting a law enforcement officer. It would also provide $7 billion over 5 years to replace arrow keys and collection boxes with electronic versions that can be deactivated and reprogrammed. The other two suspects in the robberies were in court back in June. 19-year-old Jesse Lee Hernandez is scheduled to be upstairs in court right now, where he'll be sentenced for one felony count of armed robbery and one felony count of fleeing an officer. Lara Maldonado is scheduled to be back here on Friday, where he'll be sentenced after pleading guilty to shooting a man in the head last June. That was before those robberies. Live here in Milwaukee, Adam Reif, CBS 58 News.